Okay, hello again to the second part of the interview series with Bruno here, and I hope you liked the first part, and later there will be a third part on my channel. And last time Bruno introduced him a little bit and his background here in the Philippines. So now, how are you doing here in the Philippines? Are you satisfied living here, being here?
Yes, I'm satisfied, of course, in general. But there are, of course, also some things that I miss a little bit from my country. And that is especially, those are things that I don't expect that I miss them.
Okay.
That's very interesting. An example, I miss to sleep on and to sleep through in the night without a fan, without the aircon by 20 degrees Celsius. That is really hard to adjust with, to handle with. Then also the four seasons. I did not expect, but sometimes I miss the four seasons with the different natural colors, the vegetation, the foods also. The four season culture is sometimes also missing. And then a little bit I miss the interaction. We will talk about this later on. The interaction with the people sometimes, that you cannot have a nice talk with a little bit more deepness. Not only about the weather and are you hungry, are you thirsty. That is, I don't want to level them. That is not. I mean it good. But sometimes that is also missed in
because they have not so much intellectual background.
Most of them, not all. My wife, at example, she's very intelligent. I can talk with her about every topic. But most of them, they are also not interested because they have the interest is what can we eat, what have we should. They have other problems. It's not. It's not under our level. It is other level that we cannot.
Another level, so different levels of social intelligence and educational.
Yes, and they have other problems than we. They have the primarily life problems. That is the money, the food, the drinkings. That is for us given always. Since I'm on the world, I have to eat. I have a house over my head. We have the possibility to make our things, our interests, to follow our interests. That is it.
Okay. So, have there been moments when you thought about returning to Switzerland, and if yes, why?
Actually, definitively returning to Switzerland is no longer an option for me. Especially since I brought my 92 years old daddy here in the house, and so during his lifetime a return is out of the question. Okay. On the other hand, my wife, as a trained nurse, has real job opportunities in Switzerland later. So our medium term goal is my home base will be the Philippines, but my wife will living in Switzerland and we'll have there an apartment, and so I can change for some months in the year there and some months in the year here. I have to say to this topic that here the months March, April are very, very hot months, and that is really a little bit heavy for me to stay here.
We are now in May, and I just will show you the actual centigrade temperature. It's 32, 33 degrees here now at 3 p.m. in the afternoon in the shadow. But you adapt to the heat after a while, and then otherwise I just can recommend buy yourself a battery driven fan so that you always have a nice airflow that cools you. Going on with the questionnaire, how did you make new friends and social contacts here in the Philippines?
Yeah, I'm happy to can say I received initial help from a Swiss Filipino couple who immediately introduced me to the inner circle of the Swiss diaspora in Cebu. Okay. There is a club here in Cebu City called Swiss Friends of Cebu. Most of the members, actually, they are a bit older than me, and but the most of them have been married here and living for more than 20, 30 years on the Philippines, have here her own families and children. The members of the club meet twice in the month for dinner and talking together. And for me as a newcomer and also as the Benjamin in the group with my almost 60 years, it was a very good helping for my start to get good contacts, addresses, what is to do. So I must say I'm lucky to have contact with that club.
Okay. And so next question would be, what are some of the cultural differences that you have noticed the most here?
Oh my God. I think you can do your own interview about that topic.
That's true, but try to be short.
I try, Okay, in general, you live here really in a culturally total different world. Serenity and the indifference that goes with it would be an important point. Of course, you accept queuing in traffic or at the supermarket checkout for a very long time. The bureaucracy and paper infatuation knows no bounds. For a renewal of a new vehicle registration document in my name, it took 3 afternoon appointments at different authorities. Efficiency or customer friendliness are really foreign words here. The sales staff in the shopping center has no idea about the range. They don't understand your questions and are not understood or cannot be answered. Professional and English skills in low-level employers are not available. This is not surprising, given the average monthly salary of around $400 to $500. For everything you need much more time, nerves and patience.
Yeah, this is something you notice when you come here the first time and to stay here. But me, I'm now here for 10 years and you adapt to it. Of course, it's still something I also question, but I can say it's not the workers being at fault here. It's usually the management. The government. They are the ones to change things, and unfortunately, but this is something I notice everywhere in the world. It's not typical Philippines. I just say managers and government everywhere in the world become more and more ignorant to problems, and instead solving them, they just be happy to and take away their money. And we should not blame the workers for not knowing, because they have not been trained on the topics and like this. So I want to defend the workers and the frontliners here a little bit, because we as foreigners usually also don't know this. I trained this background in my job, and if you are honest, you will understand the worker is only as good as he gets trained by his superior, by his boss. So if there is something to complain, please always ask for the manager and complain to them, because it's their duty. And the poor frontliners we should support in being patient and say welcome to the Philippines.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
But what I forgot is here nothing works without smartphone.
Yeah.
Everyone is constantly on their cell phones, even in traffic, in crossing the roads. I see really strange situations. Nevertheless, the people are always relaxed about this. They are smiling, singing, and not stressing, and everyone is in a friendly mood. Since I've lived here, I've never seen an exasperated Filipino. That is really different than in Switzerland. The people in Switzerland are like me, sometimes stressed. Like this. And also not to be forgotten are the big differences in cuisine and in cuisine and cooking and diet. If you don't love seafood and chicken, if you like quality tender meat or good dark bread, don't stay here for long.
It is difficult to find,
Completely.
but
And
it's difficult.
yeah, you can find everything here to the same prices or higher, like in Switzerland. That is to say, but the cuisine on the Philippines is very one-sided, based on rice, soy sauce, garlic, vinegar, and oil. Only top gastronomy is creative, which is certainly available in the cities at the corresponding prices. Praiseworthy are the many fresh fruits, vegetables, and seafood that you can buy on every market. This is very good. The mangoes, I never have a mango like this before.
Yeah.
Or the fruits and also the seafood.
Yeah. Okay. So last question then in the second part of the interview. How did you adapt to the new language? Because I'm German, he is Swiss, so usually we speak the German and now we speak English, but the local language Visaya and Tagalog. So after 1.5 years, how did you adapt to this language challenge?
I have to be honest, and I must say not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. My wife and some family members speak good English. And she's also the one. My wife is also the one to speak with the people and with the authorities if it's given in the Visayan language. So and she helps me with this, so I don't need it so much. But I think I should really improve a little bit, or to try to learn also. And I try it, but it's not easy. The Visayan, you cannot hold something. It's not a Latin language like French or Italian. You can hold it as a German, but yeah, it is like it is. And sometimes my wife give me a sentence in the morning, but in the evening I forgot it always. That is the word in Visayan, kalimot. Kalimot, forget.
Yeah. That's why I try on my channel now to give you some basic phrases and words that you hear often and that you can adapt to use them like I try to do. But one challenge here in the country really is everybody speaks English with us automatically. So adapting to this new language takes effort by ourselves. We have to learn these words and phrases and we have to speak them, because usually a Filipino will approach us and speak English. So if you want to learn the language, you have to do it yourself, and when you get older it takes longer. So yeah, it can
That's
be
true.
a little bit frustrating to talk to the locals in their language, but just get used to it. Okay,
That's true.
that's the end for the second part. We will go over to the lounge for the third part. I hope you join that video too. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and if you have questions or comments, put them under the video so that I can react them. Okay, thanks to Bruno for inviting
You're welcome.
me. Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
Babush, like we say in Bisaya.